Well, that was something unusual. Our first go in an automatic in quite a few years. It is time to get out of here. Cinderella, waiting ever so patiently. We have got to take our empty trailer over to the house factory this morning, and then we've got a bit of a 2-day marathon because we're taking 2 1 PM deliveries down to Liskeard. One for 1 PM today on Thursday, another one for 1 PM on Friday, which unfortunately means we are going to be spending Friday night out running back in. We're actually going to be working Saturday as well. We need to have a day off, an unexpected day off, and we've used all our holidays, so we're working the Saturday to compensate for it. So let's get over to the house factory and start this 2-day trucking marathon. So it's about 5 o'clock in the morning now on Thursday the 30th of August. I was working it out last night, and it's going to be roughly 2 500-mile round trips down to Liskeard and back over the next 2.5 to 3 days. So I'm just going to bring them both into one video to save repeating myself in another vlog. We've got half a tank of diesel for now, and so what we're going to be doing, getting our load ready at the house factory, having a 15-minute break, and then going back down to Bridgewater. Hopefully we'll make it down to Ford Fuels within our 4.5 hour stint, fill up, have ourselves a half an hour break, and that'll clear our tack out to get into Liskeard and out of Liskeard, and then we see how far back we can get up within our 10-hour driving. So I do say it's a marathon, but obviously it's not the massivest journey truckers have ever done. So it's just a little bit of wordplay there. It's a marathon mission. Right, load 1 is good to go, and I hope load 2 tomorrow is a little bit fuller than this one. I don't want to do 1,000 miles with 2 trailers when I could have got it all on one, but I'm pretty sure that won't be the case anyway. So yes, let's go book out, and the M5 can look out because we're on a roll. Let's go. Right, so 127 miles to go before our little pit stop for fuel and a break. M42 full of the usual middle lane hoggers. All their loss is our gain, as we've got a full lane empty ahead of us for miles. Nothing to worry about while the others battle it out. there's a sign coming up in a bit saying that we've got to move over here, so might as well get in. And on the other side of this middle lane hogger, well, I won't call him a middle lane hogger, he's more of a victim of not being smart enough for a smart motorway. We'll just settle at that, shall we? Right, so we're down at Ford Fuels, just off junction 24 of the M5, and we've managed to beat all the morning rush hour traffic and all the delays that you get along the M42, etc, etc. The only thing that may have slightly been a knock-on effect of that, we've saved ourselves extra driving time by getting there early this morning. So we haven't had any delays, so we've optimised our drive time, although the cost may be our working time for today, and by that I mean we're pretty ahead of schedule. Had we left a little bit later and started a bit later this morning, we'd have been a little bit tighter for our schedule of 1 o'clock delivery. However, we'll have used probably a bit more driving time, so I'm slightly anticipating that we might end the day still having a bit of drive time left, but on our 15-hour drive limit, 15-hour working time limit. Maybe that may be the case. Hopefully it isn't. The only issue is we're going to have to sit here for about an hour or so longer than our break, which isn't a problem. We've got a sandwich van, we've got toilet facilities and everything like that, and yeah, it's just one of them. You have to try and balance it out. You either leave later and sit in all the traffic, or you leave a bit earlier and have a little bit more time in the day. We can't get there early, that's the main problem. It's delivered for 1 o'clock, no earlier. They don't like us getting there early. I don't know what's happened, but for some reason they've changed it, so the only delivery is 1 PM for our wall frames or timber frames. But anyway, we are parked up next to this beauty from Bampton Cattle Transport, 620 V8 stunner. I'm pretty sure I've seen it at the shows. It's got some literally bull horns in the windscreen, which look rather cool. And there you can see a picture of it on the side of the truck to save me having to get out and show you. So I'm going to get a bit of rest in now, and I'll speak to you down in Liskeard, where we should be pretty much on time for our 1 PM delivery. Alright, so to cut a long story short, they wasn't actually expecting this delivery today, so we've got here on time. But the reason the other guys were in there blocking the way was because they wasn't expecting us, so we've been waiting 40 minutes now. I'll go and see them in another 10 or 15 minutes and find out what the crack is. They said they're going to try and get me in when they can, but I'm just waiting for them all to discuss and debate what's going on, because this delay is getting in our way. You can see all the houses there under construction. A lot of them have been on the back of our trailers, apart from the roof joists and stuff like that, and the trestles, sorry. The timber framework's all been delivered by us, and a few other companies, of course. So we're just enjoying the views. The brick lorry is reversing out now, so with any luck they'll get me in once he's gone. 3 o'clock and we're finally allowed to go in. This is definitely not one we wanted. We've got until about 8 o'clock tonight on our working time for a 15-hour day. We got 4 hours 40 minutes driving available to us. So we need to be leaving now to be able to utilise all that 4 hours 40 minutes. Well, it'll be 4 hours 30 obviously. We haven't had a lift took off yet. So we're going to be here at least another 20 to 25 minutes. It's really going to hamper us. It's really going to hamper us. Cheers, buddy. The gods have said if there is too much of a delay, they might just send someone else with the delivery tomorrow. Which is not good because I've hyped it all up today about doing them both. Strapped up. We're going to go and get ourselves reacquainted with the height of the vehicle. It's been a while since we brought out cassettes, so we're going to just park it out here where the ground's nice and flat. Go and get the measuring stick out. Then we're going to drop outside, have ourselves a 15 and crack on. Alrighty then guys, we ended up strapping it at the 5th one. As you can see, the 5th one up is wider than the one below it, so I think it was a better idea to strap the wider one as opposed to that one and leave them still. So that's what we did. It hasn't come loose at all. I've just managed to do it like one click here and there on some of the ratchets. And I didn't say it earlier, we're about 14.3 high, so it's still okay to get underneath the bridges on the A38 and everywhere. So yes, Cinderella still looking a wee bit clean. I've got to get to do the wheels someday. Yes, wheels are in definite need of a clean, ain't they? Oh well, break time is the right time. Alright guys, we have had another bit of a wait. It is now 2:45 and we've got one more lift to go. So we haven't quite had to wait as much as we did yesterday. Still have had to wait though. Not to worry though. On the bright side, we've had word from the gods. We haven't got to pull 2 loads out now from the house factory. We've just got to pull 1 out. And before we do that, we've got to go and tip some bricks. So it'll be back to the yard after here. We ain't got enough hours to get back there today. Well, I don't think we have anyway. Pretty sure we haven't. But we're going to get as close as we can to the yard today. Go in there in the morning, pick up a trailer full of bricks, and I think it's sheeted up as well, he said. Go and unload that in Little London. Excuse me. And then go over to the house factory, pick up our load for Monday, and then take that back to the yard, and that'll be us done. Back to the yard, diesel up Cinderella. It's for a place I've never heard before, so we'll have to look forward to that one, won't we? I hope you've enjoyed doing this 2-day little mini marathon kind of thing with me. Apologies I haven't been able to show you much loading or unloading and stuff like that, but I hope you've enjoyed it all the same. Thank you all for watching guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.